Hey guys, we are going to open the last gift of the trip, and or we think we've got all the gifts, unless one's fell under the seat or in one of these cubby holes. And if we didn't end up opening your gift and we find it, we'll open it later and put it on YouTube. So anyway, Tanya's got it. And then another blue bag or gray bag, Walmart bag.
Wally World. It's another bag.
Two bags.
Okay. Oh, two more bags.
Oh.
Okay. This one says, this one bag is honey, raw honey, and a stir stick. And it says, how sweet are your living promises to me. Sweeter than honey is your revelation and your light. Psalm 119, 103 from Mary Ann.
Oh.
Oh, sweet as honey. I love it. I love honey.
Honey's good for you.
And here's the second one. It says, Shepherd's Bible Verse Tea. Organic cranberry orange.
That sounds good.
The Bible verse. Oh, I don't have one on here. Oh, here it is. Teacup story. So there's a story. It says, I know there's only one tea bag, but y'all can share it. I love you and hope you think of how much I love you every time you read this. Oh, and it's the story of it. Brew your cup. Teacup story. We'll have to read it. That's a lot. Don't know if I can read all that on here. That's from Mary Ann.
That is so neat. I've never
How
heard of that.
cool. I hadn't either.
She put a lot of thought into this.
Yes. Should I read it all? How long do you think it'll take?
You read pretty fast.
Okay, I'm going to read it. There was a couple who took a trip to England to shop in a beautiful antique store to celebrate their 25th wedding anniversary. Hey, we're 34 this year.
Yep.
They both liked antiques and potteries, and especially teacups. Spotting an exceptional cup, they asked, may we see that? We've never seen a cup quite so beautiful. As the lady handed it to them, suddenly the teacup spoke. You don't understand. I have not always been a teacup. There was a time when I was just a lump of red clay. My master took me and rolled me, pounded me and patted me over and over and yelled out, don't do that. I don't like it. Let me alone. But he not only smiled and gently said, hang on, I lost it. But he not only smiled and gently said, not yet, then wham! I was placed on a spinning wheel and suddenly I was spun around and around and around. Stop it, I'm getting so dizzy. I'm going to be sick, I screamed, but the master only nodded and said, not yet. He spun me and poked and prodded and bent me out of shape to suit himself, and then he put me in the oven. I've never felt such heat. I yelled and knocked and pounded at the door. Help, get me out of here. I could see him through the opening and could read his lips, and he shook his head from side to side. Not yet. When I thought I couldn't bear it another minute, the door opened. He carefully took me out and put me on the shelf, and I began to cool. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, this is much better, I thought. But after I cooled, he picked me up and brushed me and painted me all over. The fumes were horrible. I thought I would gag. Oh, please stop it, I cried. He only shook his head and said, not yet. Then suddenly he put me back in the oven. Only it was not like the first one. This one was twice as hot, and I just knew I would suffocate. I begged, pleaded, I screamed, I cried. I was convinced I would never make it. I was ready to give up. Then the door opened. He took me and again placed me on the shelf where I cooled and waited, wondering, what's he going to do with me next? An hour later, he handed me a mirror and said, "Look at yourself." And I did. And said, "That's not me. That could be me. It's beautiful. I'm beautiful." Quietly he spoke. "I want you to remember then," he said. "I know it hurt to be rolled and pounded and patted, but had I just left you alone, you would have dried up. I know it made you dizzy to spin around on the wheel, but if I had stopped, you would have crumbled. I know it hurt and it was hot in the oven, but if I hadn't put you in there, you would have cracked. I know the fumes were bad when I brushed and painted you all over, but if I hadn't done that, you would have never hardened." Let's see. "You would not have had any color in your life. If I hadn't put you back in the second time, you wouldn't have survived long because the hardness would not have held. Now you are a finished product. Now you are what I had in mind from the beginning with you." The moral of this story is God knows what He's doing for each of you. He is the potter and we are the clay. He will mold us and make us and expose us just enough to pressures or just to the right kind that we will be able to make it flawlessly, and He will be able to make us into a flawless piece of work to fulfill His good, pleasing, and perfect will. So when life seems hard and you are being pounded and patted and pushed almost beyond endurance, when your world seems to be spinning out of control, when you feel like you are in a fiery furnace of trials, when life seems to stink, try this. Brew a cup of your favorite tea in your prettiest teacup, sit down and think of this story, and then have a little talk with the potter. That is so good. Thank you so much. Well, we'll share this cup of tea tonight.